let's take a quick look at how CAST has affected us and how they continue to affect us with what they've done. They started out, as mentioned, in 1984 with 5 clinicians at a children's hospital in Salem, Massachusetts. That same year they got an anonymous $15,000 grant, and they founded CAST at that point, and their focus was how can computer technology enhance learning for students with learning disabilities. What's neat is that they, within a short period of time, had started reaching out to others. So they worked with Apple computers. I know I was always amazed at how Apple seemed to have the different assistive technology early on, and it turns out that they had worked with CAST, and CAST had told them about the need. CAST had also partnered with Scholastic Publishing for early literacy. You probably have heard of WiggleWorks software, and it was the first of its type with UDL features. Another thing that CAST made was the CAST Gateway Stories and Gateway Authoring System, and so these were the first talking ebooks and authoring templates that had built-in options for customizing display and features. CAST has worked to do many different types of things. One of the things is they created Bobby, which was this little icon that looks like a little British Bobby, and that was the icon to indicate that people had passed for website accessibility standards, and that was an accessibility assessment tool. And in 2002, the U.S. Department of Education selected CAST to lead a development of a voluntary national file format for electronic transmission of instructional material for students with disabilities. So you can see they've worked with companies, they've worked with government. These are just a few of the many, many things. CAST has launched a lot of different tools, and what's really nice is when you take a look at what they have launched, you can see how far-reaching it is. So they've done the UDL Book Builder and UDL Lesson Builder to help teachers and curriculum builders apply UDL and have platform and software to create, share, publish, and read digital books for diverse learners. They've done additional online resources, collaborating with Google, with Carnegie Corporation, with UNESCO, in celebration of World Literacy Day, and they created UDL editions and the CAST Strategy Tutor. They released Science Writer in 2009, which is a free online tool to support students in writing science reports. And CAST continues to be in the forefront of U.S. government, corporate, and other research committees and governments. Yes, they've been serving on different committees and spoken in front of Congress, etc. Additional tools that they have are things like UDL Curriculum Toolkit, UDL Studio, UDL Exchange. That's so teachers can exchange and share ideas and resources. They have 2 math puzzle games for Apple iPad. They have something called CAST Configuration, which is an open source CSS/JavaScript framework for creating accessible cross-device and interactive websites. So these are just a few of the things. They do have their own publishing company, but they also work to make some things that would be freely available for people to be able to use from an accessibility standpoint and being able to communicate with people. I think UDL is here to stay, and I just came across an training opportunity. It costs, so I didn't sign up for it, but somebody from Dr. Eric Moore from Tennessee, who's going to be speaking about UDL in higher education. So it definitely is something that is being used not just within elementary schools, high schools, etc., but also in higher ed. Hope you look into UDL, and I think that it is definitely something that you will enjoy incorporating, and you probably already have, into your teaching.